This is the web series For the Love of BIM, promoting Barbados, everything Bajan Canadian, and everything Canadian Bajan.
54 years of independence, for the love of BIM, for the love of BIM.
Welcome to a new season in the web series For the Love of BIM. I am your host, Consul General Sonia Marvel Carter. And what a wonderful month to restart our web series in, none other than the month of November, which is Barbados' Independence Month. Isn't it fantastic? And as Susan G just sang for us, 54 years of independence. Long time, longer than I've actually been alive. But know that I'm talking about being alive. Are you aware that there's a No Sugar November challenge going on? Yeah, it's right there. That's it. Are you planning on being a part of this? Have you taken up the challenge? Well, there's still time left. I've taken up the challenge. I really wanted to go for gold, but this is only day 7 and I'm struggling already. But it's really important that we pay attention to our health. So if you want to take up this challenge, come on. We're only 7 days in. You're not late. Better late than never, though. I know this is a season when we normally partake of Bajan sweet treats for independence, but as Granny used to say, everything in moderation. So accept the challenge and have your sweets maybe in December, but even then, in moderation. We really need to be careful and take our health seriously, as 41 million people die each year from NCDs, that's the non-communicable diseases, and over 15 million are between the ages of 30 and 69. And all of these issues are caused by unhealthy diets, physical inactivity, harmful use of alcohol, raised blood pressure, increased blood glucose, and of course, obesity. These are all metabolic risk factors that can lead to cardiovascular disease and is the leading cause of NCDs in terms of premature deaths. And these are the same diseases to which the medical professionals refer when they say that persons with these comorbidities are more susceptible to dying if they contract COVID because of their compromised health. So let's take better care of our bodies. We can have the sweets and other foods, but like Lead Pipe says, sometimes, but not all the time. So today we want to start our independence focus. So I've been asking you to email in your 20-second videos telling us what Barbados' independence means to you. And we want these to be featured in this web series during the month of November. We've had a few submissions, but not as many as we would like. So record your videos and remember, you need to hold the phone like this. Yeah, when you're recording, hold the phone like this, not like that. No, like this. Okay. And email email your recordings to Fuhdeloveuhbim@gmail.com. It's right here. Fuhdeloveuhbim@gmail.com. And we want you to submit those, please, by Saturday, November 14th. That would be wonderful. Now take a look at 2 of the submissions that we already received.
Making a quick 20-second recording as to what Independence Day means to me. Wow. Colors, blue, yellow, black, all across the island. Different music festivals, NIFCA, where you get the talent of the crafts and the art and the music and the dancing. Then you get the fairs. Then you get everyone having their flags at their homes, businesses, in the cars, just dressing in your blue, yellow, and black. You're so proud to be a Bajan, right? I love Independence Day. Miss it so much. Now I'm living here in Canada. Don't get to celebrate as much as I would like. But hey, love you, Barbados. For the love of BIM.
When I think Barbados independence, the very first thing that comes to mind is our flag and everything that it represents. The blue for the perfectly tempered water that so warmly embraces us. The sun-scorched golden yellow sand that gently beds our feet. And most importantly, the black for the broken trident that represents freedom and happiness and as a whole that comes with being on the island. Happy birthday, Barbados.
Thanks to all who have already submitted their videos. We will be showcasing them during the course of the oncoming weeks. And remember, we want to hear from you, so submit your videos. Independence, independence, independence. It has meant so many different things to me over the years. As a child, it meant fireworks and conquis, the parade, NIFCA. As an adult, it meant, or it means, sovereignty, managing your own affairs, and sometimes having to make hard or unpopular decisions for the greater good. But here in Canada, it also means lots of independence events. And this year, 2020, is no different. So let's have a look at what's on for Independence. There will still be a flag raising, 2 actually, as the community organization in Brampton with Barbadian Connections, they organized a flag raising in Brampton at the City Hall in 2019, and they've requested to do so again this year, and that will be held on Thursday, November the 26th. You'll be getting more details about that. Then, of course, the consulate, we will be having our official flag raising on Friday, November the 27th, and this will be live streamed. So once again, more information on that. We've had to change the venue from Mel Lastman Square, as that's not open to those events due to the COVID pandemic, but our flag will be prominently displayed, and the link for viewing the ceremony will be shared with you as soon as possible. Now have a look at a few of these pictures from last year's flag raising at the consulate. If you weren't there, you missed a great time, but hopefully we'll have more, and you could always watch it live streamed on the 27th of November. We will also have our annual Independence Church service on Sunday, November 29th at 4:30 p.m. And this too will be a virtual event. All the details will be shared very soon. And we're hoping to have Barbadians from all over Canada participate in this service. Usually it would be too difficult for persons outside of the GTA to travel into Toronto for this service, but COVID has forced us to utilize the technology. So let's take advantage and fellowship with our brothers and sisters all over Canada and Barbados for that matter, as a reverend from Barbados will be delivering the sermon. So listen out for those details as well. And on the 28th of November, there is a virtual independence celebration, and it's coordinated by the embassy in Washington, D.C. and extended to the Bajan diaspora all over the world. And as we're right here next door in Canada, we will be joining with them and hosting an hour of the program. This promises to be an epic virtual event. So listen out for the details and use the link below. It's right here for free registration, and that allows you to be eligible for the many prizes and surprises. Yes, there are going to be trips to Barbados in 2021 with accommodation and more.
Join us on Saturday, November 28th. In Barbados. For the most exciting, novel, independent celebration ever.
The evening will also be spiced up with some of Barbados' finest entertainers.
During this exciting evening, other cabinet ministers will also greet us.
Have you heard? We're still gathering.
Throughout the evening, many of Barbados' most celebrated entertainers will perform, including Dr. Stetson RPB Wilshire, Dr. Anthony Gabby Carter, Lil Rick, and of course, the Caribbean Queen, Alison Hines.
November 28th, we want to see.
And we are still gathering. We are gathering for our independence celebration this year, November 28th, online with the Embassy of Barbados at Washington, D.C. Come out and join us.
And as I told you before, November is going to be just as busy as it always is. On the 28th of November, that's Saturday the 28th of November as well, the Barbados Association of Winnipeg will be having their independence event, and I will be the guest speaker. So I will be two places. I will most definitely be with Winnipeg on their virtual event, and I will be as well on the other virtual event, and that's the Global Diasporic virtual event. So you two are invited to be both places. You can do it. Now, for the first independence event out of the gates for 2020, the BCA Independence Gala. Yes, there's still going to be an Independence Gala this year. It's virtual, but it's an Independence Gala nonetheless. Tell me, do you remember this? And if you said no, then it means you did not attend last year and you missed a fantastic evening. I bet last year you even said, you know what, maybe next year I'll go. Well, guess what? It's next year now, and you don't want to miss out again. So join the Barbados-Canada Association on November 21st for the annual Independence Gala and fundraising event under the theme Barbados Strong, Together We Stand. And this is 2020, so you know what? It's going to be virtual, of course.
The Barbados-Canada Association presents the Barbados 54th Independence Celebration and Fundraising Virtual Event, Saturday, November 21st from 6 to 9 p.m. Featuring a live DJ, raffle and door prizes, a performance from Standpipe Productions, plus all the way from Barbados, Shaquille GFG. They give a new definition to love. Alongside Just D. Who cares if you like me or not? Just a minimal donation of $40 for access to the event link. Email bcatreasurer66@gmail.com to secure your spot now. Proceeds from this event help to provide equipment for the QEH Hospital in Barbados and scholarships for persons of Barbadian heritage attending Canadian universities. Don't miss the Barbados 54th Independence Celebration and Fundraising Virtual Event, Saturday, November 21st. Barbados Strong, Together We Stand.
We are looking forward to your participation in these virtual events. And the BCA's event on November 21st, we're encouraging a donation of $40. And we must remember that the charities and the people that they look after still need our support. So let's continue to play our part. Because I'm pretty sure last year you said, you know what? I'd love to go, but I don't know what to wear. No problem this year. It's virtual. And I'm pretty sure you also said last year, I would love to go, but it's so cold outside. Well, no problem. You don't need to leave the comfort of your home. Are you thinking, but I want to dance and see my friends? You still can. You can dance at home and see your friends online. And they can even watch you dancing. And I know some people are thinking, virtual is boring and I'd much rather do things in person. Then change your mindset quickly and be safe, as COVID-19 is lurking and waiting for people who can't adapt to the new normal. Life is about experiences, and BCA is advertising this as a virtual event experience you will not soon forget. So donate and attend on November 21st, 2020 and be a part of history. And finally, before I sign off today, I want to read a few excerpts from a book called How to Be a Bajan by renowned journalist and Bajan Canadian the late Harold Hoyte. I'm going to read some excerpts from Chapter 1. Who is a Bajan? You want to be a Bajan but don't know how? Don't feel lonely. More than half of us who comprise our 270,000 plus population wouldn't be properly described as Bajan either. So take heart and learn how. The word Bajan is more an accolade than a description. And this informal badge of honor is treasured almost as highly as our nationality. For a Bajan is not merely a person born in Barbados or born to Barbadian parents elsewhere, or a person who is a naturalized citizen. Such persons are Barbadians. A Bajan is a person whose behavior and lifestyle commend him or her for the ultimate complement of merit and recognition implied by the title Bajan. It is important to understand this crucial difference if you ever want to be so identified and receive this stamp of approval. For instance, if you are a Barbadian but you strictly avoid delving into other people's affairs, we call it maliciousing, you really can't make the grade to be called a Bajan. If you are a Barbadian but would prefer to buy your fish from the supermarket rather than the public market, then you also fall short for this special recognition. Several interesting conditions attach themselves to the name Bajan, and the list is being made as we go along. Some of the features are: you dress to please yourself, not others. You eat to please yourself, not the doctor nor your wife. You do not struggle to keep company with those above your social bracket. The rum you drink is stiff. That means very strong. You show utmost respect for your old lady. That's your mother. You find time to hang with your crowd with no apologies to anyone. You pay your taxes and you wonder aloud, without complaining, how government spends your hard-earned dollar. You merely shrug your shoulders over everyday inconveniences like potholes in the road, poor service, and bad telephone manners. Some born Barbadians are clearly not Bajan. They have to be born and bred Barbadians. The point is that paperwork will provide you with Barbadian citizenship, but does not grant you Bajan status. Bajan, to real, that's genuine Bajans, is a reference word for approval and familiarity. When anyone gets such a commendation, this means that they are well on their way to enjoying special national honor. In a nutshell, or a coconut shell, being Bajan is all about attitude and how you relate to others, both friends and family. But it is not easy to earn the Bajan accolade. P.S. Remember that true Bajans don't live in Barbados, they live in Barbados. Learn this pronunciation. It will be a sure way to be recognized as a Bajan. Thank you very much for being with us today. That's all the time that we have today, folks. But join us next week when we hear from an association in Edmonton. We hear more about what Barbados' independence means to you. And we get a taste of some of the Bajan talent right here in Canada, and much, much more in the coming weeks. Until then, stay safe.